Hello everyone out there, Night Guy here again. If you're new to the channel, thank you for watching. If you're not new, thank you for returning. Just continuing, showing off some of my pieces. I did a big order recently and I finally got everything in. As well as got more settled in my apartment now. And I have some like katanas laid out in the back there. I'll eventually get to doing a review on all those. But I got my other swords and medieval weapons out of storage. So I'm very, very excited about that. Which means lots of more content for the channel coming up soon. Anyhow, let's get right in. Whoops, looks like the little extra straps, belt straps on the sword had came off. Toss that to the side. Go ahead and take the other one off while I'm at it too so it doesn't fall off. Very cool feature of this piece that it comes with that. This is a... well, this is a long sword, I would say, or more of a bastard sword. Yeah, definitely more of a bastard sword. But this is another reenactment style training piece. I was looking this up, and I am pretty confident that this is made by Hanwei. I'm not sure if Hanwei and Tinker are together, or maybe that's an old name of the company. But I'm pretty confident that these new... I want to say about 3 of these new training swords that I got in, recently received in, sorry, are made by Hanwei. Let me go ahead and show you off the scabbard really fast. Hardwood scabbard, brown leather wrap, metal caps on it. Can't complain about that, that looks pretty nice. And now for the sword itself. I purchased this through Medieval Gears, was the vendor that was selling it. So they just had it labeled as a, fully functional, peened, carbon steel knightly medieval knight training sword. And you could tell it's definitely inspired by bastard swords of the time. I'm sure there's some things to be desired in the historic accuracy. I don't know if it's too thick this way, but I do like that it's relatively thin that way. So not the heaviest piece. It does have some weight, especially in the blade. But that doesn't surprise me. Normally when you have, these reenactment pieces, they're pretty thick. They don't really have much of a distal taper to them. You're lucky enough to get a profile taper. But it is blunted and rounded on the tip there, so relatively safe to use. Obviously not as safe as something that'll have a rubber cap or a ball on it. And maybe I'll go ahead and get some of those. Or, some of them come, especially fetter swords, will come with the sword kind of rounded over itself to keep it super safe. But we've been using these style for a few years now, and we haven't gotten hurt, but we do fully gear up with the best safety gear that I found that I could afford, and provide for everybody. So I'm really looking forward to using this one. I think this will be a nice piece. It has a very decent balance. It's definitely peened in, so it seems like a very solid construction, and definitely has a spring steel blade, which is what really makes me believe it's another Hanwei piece. Only because my previous favored training sword is the Hanwei practical training sword. Or I believe they call it the practical bastard sword. And it's another very springy blade, but rounded. What I really like about these pieces, I really enjoy that, they really give me the feel that it's very close, at least in aesthetics, to a real sword versus a fetter sword. Obviously real swords will be bladed, so the balance and the weight will be a little bit different. They'd probably be a little bit... Not probably, they're definitely going to be lighter than these reproduction swords. But compared to a Federschwert, which I still haven't done any training with this one, but I did a review on this one a while back. You check that out. It's the only Federschwert that I've ever done a review on. And this one doesn't have one of those roll tips either. It's just rounded. You can see, I haven't seen too many historical long swords that would have, this notch here. I forgot the exact technical term for that, but it provides provides an extra guard essentially. Helps you with some binding. But that to me, that's a training piece. That's you know, just for training. You're not really gonna wear that around, you know, as in some reenactment or if you're doing some LARPing. Whereas this one would make a great LARPing piece. Also, it's safe. It's not bladed, and you know, it has the look of a regular old sword, or not a regular old sword, but a sword of, you know, the time period. Don't ask me exactly which time period were they using swords of this style. I'm very, very, you know, gray. It's a real gray area for me with, you know, the time periods of the knightly era. I tend to prefer earlier, you know, I'm going to say from like 800 to about 1100 is my preferred era of the knightly era. However, you know, I definitely like the long swords that seem to have come later. I'm not really sure for the bastard sword what time period that one is from. If anyone knows, please let me know in the comments. But anyhow, that'll wrap it up for this video. This is a new training piece. We'll be using it very soon. You know, so go ahead and stay tuned for some of those training matches. You know, and thanks for watching. Night Guy here.